I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay. So Jackson Glassy has a question, and he asks,
what was your name again?
Jackson Glassy.
every time. Okay, so Jackson Glassy has a question, and he asks, what do you think are the most disappointing projects in hip-hop history? Not bad projects, but ones that just failed, with failed hype.
Got one.
Do you feel like Yeezus is one?
I feel like Yeezus is one.
Slick?
I didn't know what
I think
to
it's
expect.
too split down the middle on that one now. I don't think that people will look at that as a.
But that's what they were saying, like not necessarily bad, but just like
It was definitely a letdown. I didn't know what to expect out of Yeezus.
But I disagree with that because it appeared on so many people's lists at the end of the year. I think if you say Yeezus was a bad album, people are questioning.
And that's cool. Like everybody is not FIFO, and for me, I can't. It was a letdown. It was a disappointment. I didn't even know what to expect. But I didn't like it.
You didn't know what to expect on Yeezus?
On Yeezus, nah. I didn't know. Like,
but,
what does it?
Yeah, but see, like if you wasn't basing it off of Dark Twisted Fantasy, like
I wasn't basing it off. Look, like with Kanye, you kind of don't know what you're gonna get, but I didn't like what I got from Yeezus, so it let me down. Just like I know 808s and Heartbreaks was a letdown for you, wasn't it? You didn't know what it was gonna be until you heard it.
It wasn't a letdown for me at all.
You didn't really like it.
I knew it was gonna be some bullshit when I already was working on it. MC Hammer's the funky headhunter.
That was a letdown.
You crazy as hell.
Yes,
You weren't jamming that shit. It's all good. Y'all ready for this? You know you like that shit. Stop lying.
Funky headhunter has to be a
You crazy.
Punks in the bump, just because of that video alone, him and that damn Speedo on that damn
That shit
beat.
was tight.
No.
That shit
It's
was
quality.
tight.
it was tighter.
Yeah, that shit was kind of tight. A little too tight. Y'all hate me. I can't.
B, what you got? Give me a bad
got
album.
something,
B.
B.
Give me a
Thinking
bad
something.
album.
Like what was disappointing?
Just
That you didn't
bad,
think.
just terrible.
Eminem, did you like? What about Eminem's latest album? Did you have high expectations for that?
No, I mean I didn't.
Man, there's a lot of bad albums.
No,
out
miss-
here. I can't believe
You didn't have high expectations for Eminem album?
I know artists I'm disappointed in, like artists that I thought they were gonna do something. Like Joel Santana was always one of those. I always liked him, and he had kind of like a buzz, and then he just fell off. So y'all didn't like the Diplomats and all of that? No. Oh, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I when Diplomats first came out, I loved their style and everything. I just feel like they faded.
What about Crit's debut album?
Biggest disappointment of all time.
Yeah,
Is it all time?
No, it's not all time.
No.
Just most disappointing.
Just bad
project.
album.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily, but it didn't say bad album.
Well, I
It
mean,
said,
not necessarily
Say it
bad
one more- yeah,
projects,
one more
but just
time.
ones with failed hype.
what's the question again?
kind of like a letdown.
Yeah.
What albums let you down?
Yeah, like what do you think are the most disappointing projects in hip hop history? Not bad projects, but ones with failed hype.
Yeah, I don't think.
I guess they could be considered as bad too, though.
Yeah, I don't think Crit's album was a bad album or anything. It wasn't as good as his mixtapes.
But did it have the hype behind it though?
Did it?
Yeah, it had a lot of hype behind it. Big Crit's debut album? What are you
Because it was
talking
off
about?
of his 3 mixtapes.
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of hype.
Hey B, I think I got one.
I got one too, but go ahead.
Snoop Dogg's debut with No Limit.
That had no hype.
Nah, I did.
No, it did. It did.
Think about it though. Think about it. He was signing with No Limit. Let's think about this for a second. Come on, let's
Nobody thought that was gonna be good. Come on, kid. No, man.
It wasn't a good
What
album.
was it called? To pay the cost to be the boss? What was it called?
Nobody thought that was
Because
gonna
right
be
before
good.
that,
Y'all need to
Come on,
because
man.
right before that he dropped Dogfather, and that wasn't good either.
Dogfather, right? That was. I think that was some leftover songs he had with
see,
Death Row.
with
That
Death
was-
Row.
yeah.
That.
It was good.
it just.
I like Dogfather. I didn't think it was terrible.
Wait, did you really?
I mean, I didn't think it was bad. It
You
wasn't
know
like
what
my
it was?
favorite project.
Because it was coming from Doggy Style. I think
Well,
a lot of
yeah.
people was like, "Oh shit, it's his second album."
But he changed his
And
style
he
up a
changed his
little
style
bit.
up a little
I didn't
bit.
think it was a really
And
bad
I think that's why people was calling it like so terrible. But I get what Mike's saying. Like if you listen to Dogfather first and never heard Doggy Style, you probably be like, okay, this dude is cool. But I think
got you.
with Doggy Style being so where it's at, you hear Dogfather, you like, man, this some bullshit. Like, you know, I'm serious. That's
how I was,
yeah. But when I listen back to Dogfather, I'm like, Dogfather's really not a bad album. Like
I had
the
to
way we
listen to
made
it
it.
again.
Yeah, the way we made it
I
seem
remember
like
when I first heard it. I was
What
like,
about a Nas album?
The last Nas album was definitely the biggest disappointment.
Oh, hell yeah. Street's Disciple was a damn letdown for me, man.
You said you had one, Mike.
Why you can finish talking about the Nas one?
Oh yeah,
thought he
that
was
kind of made me like stop buying. I kind of was, but you just threw it back. Like I gave it. But that was like the last Nas album that made me stop buying Nas albums. Like I had to, Streets Disciples.
I didn't think it was that.
It was like that.
So
He
Streets
always
Disciples?
killed me with
Yeah,
that shit.
because I bought almost every Nas album before that. When I got to that one, I'm like, nah, I can't do it no more, Nas. I got to preview your shit now.
What about LL Cool J's GOAT?
That was the last one, right?
No, the last one was authentic.
Yeah, that should count.
Yeah, that shouldn't count. But no, but
13. What didn't he make some?
I don't know.
Because they had, was it DMS on that one?
I don't know. I didn't fucking know. This shit was
was
terrible.
Headsprung
But
on
I'm
that
saying,
one?
Headsprung. What's
I don't know.
Headsprung was on that
No, I
one.
thought that's the one that had ratchet
I got
chicks.
an album. I got
No,
an
hold on, GOAT.
Oh,
What's your album?
Did you all not like GOAT?
I didn't like those.
No. Okay, look, a legendary rapper names her album GOAT.
greatest of all time?
You don't be like, man, I wonder what he's gonna do with that.
I mean,
Come on, man.
I wouldn't listen to
LL.
Nah, because when he named it GOAT, you was like,
Wait,
he
no,
really
no,
just
no,
named
you're
it
right.
GOAT.
That's what I'm saying. So it was
That's
kind of
what
a
I was
disappointment. It was like,
But
really?
was it though? Because
It
like,
was
it's
for
like-
me.
But
Because
because
you
he
was
named it GOAT, you thought it was GOAT.
Okay, I'll be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be dead ass honest.
Alright.
I've never been a huge fan of LL. I liked, of course, his first couple records, but then when he started making shit strictly for chicks, I was like, this is boring. I don't like this. But I always thought LL could spit. Because he can.
Yeah,
LL
he
can
can.
spit.
No, he can.
So when he said, I am naming my album GOAT, and I remember he came out with the jacket and had GOAT across the back of it, I was like, okay, well, maybe he's going to actually be rapping.
like my bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when it came out, it's like, this sounds like some old typical bullshit ass LL album.
You
So-
really
The
thought he
intro
gonna
was
make
hard
it-
though.
Yeah.
The intro was
intro
hard.
was cool.
The intro was hard as hell.
I
That's
give you
that's
that.
about
The rest
it.
of it was soft Drake shit.
I got an album though. I think off the top of my head is
Fuck him.
Yeah, so wait a second. Phenomenon? So did you ever hear Phenomenon before that?
Something like
Phenomenon.
that's the one with 4, 3, 2,
Like if you heard
That's the one
Phenomenon.
with 4, 3, 2, 1.
You knew.
Yeah, I think at that point. But I see what you're saying. Like greatest of all time, you think he's probably gonna go back to
Right.
Yeah.
Because nobody names a rapper that just does like chick singles greatest of all time or GOAT. They're never even in the conversation. So I thought he was gonna be spitting, and he wasn't.
Even though this album is not as horrible, but at the time, I remember when I first got it, I was a little disappointed. It's coming off their first 3 albums was Beats Around Life by Tribe Called Quest. Then they had Consequence on there. I'm like, this is not Fife and Q-Tip. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, who is this Consequence? Like, so yeah, coming off of Midnight Marauders, Low End Theory, and People's Instinctive Travels, I was like, I was, slightly disappointed with that album.
What about Indie Cud?
Yeah.
Because he was talking all this stuff about what the record was gonna sound like and all these features he was gonna have, and when it came out, it's just like, this is.
So you still don't like it?
What about the
Anything-
Last Death Grips for you? Because remember you said you reviewed it and it just.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
I was very, very. Actually, I was extremely disappointed. I was very sad. That really, really, really disappointed me. I was like,
There you go, right
really,
there.
this is the best that y'all could give me right now. And another big disappointment was, and I know he already hates me and shit, but that fucking Cannibal Ox EP. You can't give me one of the best hip hop albums of all time, period, and then you come back with something that's relatively mediocre. That was depressing. I still love you, Vast. You still my dude.
Hands down
got
for
one, Sophie?
hands down for me is Lasers. Lupe's
I'm not
Lasers.
answering
Oh
this
yeah,
question.
that's a good one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
They're
that
coming off the
was-
cool, like I was like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I forgot about that damn album. But again, I think even like we said in the review, Lupe didn't necessarily disappoint. The music behind it was
Yeah, I get it.
disappointing. So I'm still conflicted with that one.
For what?
Why?
Lupe's Lasers.
Oh, when you say okay, I got confused when you so when you say you're talking about him rapping.
Yeah, the lyrics were there. The lyrics were there. It's just musically, it just. I can't even even go back
It was
to
too pop, man.
Yeah, it was.
What about Yelawolf
Yes,
Ooh,
radioactive.
Radioactive.
Yes, it was. Yes, it
and
was.
Slaughterhouse?
Oh,
Yeah.
Ken said, fuck Shady. God damn,
And
Ken.
another one.
I know. Who else on Shady pissed you off, Ken?
But that's some good ones. That's some good ones.
Yeah,
That is true.
yeah. Radioactive was
Qualified.
definitely.
Shit, Slaughterhouse, I think, was
Yeah, I think even more so.
over in the radio.
And Joe Budden's
But you know
debut
what,
album too.
Oh, yeah.
He had a debut?
We did the review.
No Love Lost?
Yeah,
about it.
because
Wait,
yo,
you're talking about his debut on? Wait a second. No, that wasn't his debut album.
well, not his. I'm sorry. No.
Not debut.
That wasn't his debut. I'm sorry. But his first album since signing, being a group with Slaughterhouse. That was his first solo album. Because he had the mixtape A Loose Quarter, and that shit was dope. And I'm like, okay, is he gonna do the same damn thing? The album came out, and it was the same damn thing. Mixtape is dope. Album fucking whack.
Carter 4, would that qualify after Carter 3?
Alright.
That would actually. That would qualify. I mean, but with Wayne, it's like hit it.
But we're talking about after Carter 3,
You know what I'm
though.
saying?
After Carter 3,
that's true. That's a
you
good
frame
point.
it with Carter 3 coming out and doing what he did, and then you put out Carter 4.
But what was in between Carter 3 and Carter 4? Wasn't there like a mixtape or something?
Yeah, there was some dedications.
And they were whack, weren't they?
Yep.
So you kind of should have saw that coming.
Yeah.
Nothing with Jay-Z? Nobody gonna throw Jay-Z in the
Jay-Z.
Fucking
fire?
I guess Volume 1.
Throne was a fucking disappointment.
It
But you can't call that his album, though.
I'm not calling it.
Yeah.
I'm saying it was a disappointment.
No, it wasn't.
Not to me.
Shit, yes it was.
That was some bullshit.
Not to me.
I know what it was.
Nah,
It was to me, man.
Church in the Wild, fucking.
It's like 3 songs.
Well,
I mean, like it's not a whack album.
I know we're missing a lot, so y'all.
Dell,
we can't.
oh, y'all listening. I think Dell's 11th Hour was a fucking
I
disappointment.
feel like you guys are gonna think of a whole bunch of albums after this.
I'm
is
sure we
over.
will.
No, I'm pretty sure.
It's like, it's like
Going down now.
I can't believe you didn't think of so and so.
So you was talking about DMX B?
Yeah, I've been saying what y'all DMX fans think. Anything
Of
disappointing?
what?
I think DMX just gradually fell off. Like it's not necessarily like it was disappointing. It just after
50 Cent fell off too.
Oh yeah,
50
what you
for
call it?
Curtis?
No. The one that was supposed to be his big
Valentine.
No,
one after.
Big what?
no, not the Massacre was all right. No, yeah, Massacre
Massacre
wasn't
was
bad.
great.
What you talking about? No,
I think
the
you
one
told me that, too.
with Psycho on it. Oh, what the fuck?
I know what
Street
you're
Immortal?
No, it was his
not
last
Street Immortal.
album.
Not the
Before I
big-
self-destruct.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was a disappointment. That
I
record
said
was
the
a huge disappointment because, like, I think one of the
So
first songs I
did he
heard
have his
was
fell off by that point though?
yeah, he fell off, but that was
But he
supposed
had
to
a couple
be
good projects. Like War Angel was a really
War
good
Angel
project.
and Streets
War Angel
Immortal
was
was
good.
good.
Yeah,
Both
War
of those
Angel was
mixtapes were
good.
fucking great.
Yeah.
And then he released that Psycho single, so I thought that he was gonna be back on his shit. And then
Yeah, I
Rick
like
Ross
that shit.
fucking made him cry, and he ain't been the same since.
Yeah, I guess 50 felt some type of way since he couldn't kill Ross's career like he
Yeah.
did Ja.
Exactly.
And
Why he thought that?
I don't know, but it kind of like
worked the first time.
yeah, it did. And for me, I think just personally, after he came at Ross and after he said he was gonna retire after the whole Kanye thing, if he outsold him, he just became lame after that. And I just like, okay, 50, I can't musically, I can't fuck with you like that no more.
Brandon
Well,
said
shit,
it. Brandon
fucking
said do a part two.
okay. Encore. Encore
Yeah,
was
coming off
easily
it.
easily
Yeah,
the
that's a good
biggest to me. One of
That's a
the
good one.
biggest hip hop disappointments. Top 5 all time.
Coming off Marshall
Encore.
Mathers and Eminem show.
Like-
yeah,
when he gave you 3 easy classic albums,
and then
and he gave you a turd,
Ass
a
like
straight
that.
up turd. Yeah, like an ass like that was one of the best songs on the album, though.
but it
The
was
rest of that
too
shit,
bad. That's how I tell you how bad the
man.
album was.
Yeah,
Damn.
that was easily one
That's
of the
a good
biggest
one.
hip hop
See, that's one.
disappointments.
So Jay-Z never disappointed? I think volume,
not
was
to
it
me.
volume 1?
I mean, my least favorite J album is probably Volume 2,
And it's still my favorite.
and it's not that bad.
What's the name of it? Volume 2?
Hard Not Life.
What? That's
like
your
one of my-
least favorite?
Yeah, man, had too many commercial hits on that
Man,
shit.
you goddamn tripping. You stupid. I'm not saying you stupid, but nah, Volume 2, Hard Knock
What
Life
about,
is definitely one of my favorites.
What about Ice Cube's War versus? Is it War versus Peace?
Oh, World versus
I mean, you
Peace.
can't.
Ain't nobody
you
listening
really.
to that.
No, but
that wasn't no disappointment.
I think that
nobody
was,
heard it.
No, I think that. Wait a second, though. Follow me, though. Hold on. I think that was right. I think that signified the. I don't want to. The end of
started
Ice
getting-
Cube.
No, man,
started
no.
getting the
Yeah, because the movies is what
The
like
kids'
kind of messed him
movies.
up.
But it's
Not, and then
he dropped War versus
Do you
Peace,
really
right?
expect him to drop like a death certificate after doing like who? Are we there yet?
I didn't think it was gonna. I didn't think I was gonna get that though.
You think it's gonna be that bad?
Yeah.
I did. There was no
I think
way he was
you
gonna
thought
come
it was
back.
gonna be that
Yeah, there was no way he was gonna come back thuggish. He didn't want to lose that movie money.
Nah, man.
There's no way.
What the fuck happened to Charles Hamilton?
Oh
That ain't no
man,
disappointment. I always thought
it is
Charles
to
Hamilton
me.
was whack.
Really? I used to like Charles Hamilton.
I like.
You didn't like his concept shit?
Pink Lava Lamp was the shit. And then he.
The L joint.
No.
Oh, the one I played for you.
That was it. I didn't like
So you hadn't heard them when I had gave it to
that
you.
mixtape you gave me.
Yeah.
I mean, that was it. I was
Yeah, he
like,
got-
I
after he got punched,
crazy
Once he
by
got
that chick?
yeah, that was it.
Ding 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 ding.
Then he did the executive producer Dilla.
Oh yeah, I remember
that
that.
fucked him.
I remember
It was
that.
That fucked
It
him.
was
He couldn't go
over.
back and he tried.
Yeah.
Because Marv even came at him about that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Everybody in church
He
come at
checked
him.
himself into a psych ward.
I like Charles Hamilton.
I
Man.
never liked him.
I
I just thought his whole like overall everything about him was just lame to me. Like, not that I have
Sonic
anything.
thing?
Yeah, it was just like you're trying too fucking hard. It was like it was almost a gimmick.
It didn't seem like it around that time. Though.
It did to me because it was like
Because who was doing? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
nobody was really doing that.
it was still a gimmick because it was like he was talking about it way too much, and then it just became bigger than his music, and I didn't think his music was all that great. I thought he was.
You know what I
I
think
don't think
happened to
it was a
him?
gimmick.
He just put out too much work, like so quick. It was like every day is a mixtape. And it started to, you know what I'm saying? I think personally that's what killed it. The punch started it, and then after
He
that,
couldn't recover after that.
Yeah.
I don't.
you think
Yeah, because I don't even remember the punch.
The
you don't remember the punch?
was the end of his career, but that's not what like killed him. That was like the last straw.
That was a
like
fatality.
Remember, he pissed off Rhyme Fest. Then that turned into a big issue, and then he had a couple other lies. I forget what they were. Was it him that got into that issue with Black Suede?
Yeah,
Black Spade, I mean.
Yeah. Because it was
Yeah.
like over that beat, right?
Over the beat.
Yeah.
And then Charles Hamilton was saying, "I didn't steal your beat."
Yep, I remember.
Black
that shit.
Spade took the track, and then you could see, I don't know, this is some technical fucking producer shit, but he put it in some program, and you can see Black Spade's track clearly in there. So it was like that, it was just like all this shit, and then like,
Yeah.
he killed himself, man. He killed himself.
Thank you again, Jackson, for your question, and don't forget to send the rest of your questions to our email or our Twitter at AskDEHH. Subscribe to us on Dead End Hip Hop on YouTube, and follow me at Sire Music on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and YouTube. I always forget the last one.